the final race of the Logitech National Tour 2014 season would be at Saskatchewan for the finale 100. Seth McGuire, second in the point standings, would start on the pole. He is just above 70 points behind Landy Heath in the 22 in the points battle, and he would lead the field down to the green. Casper Bristow in second, Luke Lanigan third. I believe London Franklin started fourth in the 45, and the 30 of Cindy Sylvester has 3 wins this year, started in the 5th position. But the inside line got a great run in the first 2 corners, and they would break away from the field. The top 4 actually have broken away from the rest of the field. As you see, the 0-2 of Luke Lanigan on the inside of the 39 and passing him on the front straightaway in that car. Points leader Landy Heath started midfield and was looking to keep his points lead. He needs to finish 15th or better at least to clinch the championship. And like I said, just above 70 points ahead of Seth McGuire for second. Valine Click right there next to him in the 00 is third in the championship standings, 120 points behind. Luke Lanigan and Aaron Parker now battling for the lead as Gayla Lemon, fourth in the championship standings, is right behind them, 125 points back. She is a very long shot, but it's rare that 2 teammates are up there battling for the championship. Her, Lemon and Click both battling for the championship. They still have a slight possibility of taking the title away from Landy Heath, but it is a very long shot. Steven Cortez in the 24, who's had a phenomenal season considering what equipment he's been given, but he's been running very well this series for what it's worth, and the 24 was in the lead for a little bit before Michael Craig took it, and now Gayla Lemon is looking under Michael Craig in the 32 car as she takes it down into turn number 1. Jordan Tipson all over her now. Lots of lead changes here at the beginning of the ALNT Finale 100. As you see, the 26 car, Jordan Tipson, was up there in the point standings, had a couple of bad finishes as of late, and has dropped back to 4th or 5th in the championship standings. As we see the 32 car, Michael Craig, who won at Livonia. He has not won since, but Michael Craig has been pretty consistent, solidly in the top 10 in points every week, and the 32 car is now under fire from Jordan Tipson and the number 26, who we figure is moving up to the AAPT next year for Avoda Racing. But either way, he gets passed by Steven Cortez in the 24. Cortez is moving up to the AAPT for sure with Greg Sauer Racing. Greg Sauer Racing's newly formed AAPT team, and it should be quite an interesting topic next year for the young Cortez. As we see the 66 of Ray Davis, who's had a quiet year, sneaking into the lead. Casper Bristow won 2 races in a row at Darlington, I believe, and another one, not quite sure what it is. But Bristow to the lead, looking for his 3rd win of the season. Landy Heath in the 22 has worked his way all the way up to the lead as our points leader, looking to secure that. And he's catching up on Chip McGee. Oh no. And the 22 car actually won't lead a lap, and I mean, it's not too bad for him, as he just has to keep the car in the top 10. He'll be just alright in that number 22 for Silver Green Racing. And we see the 2 Avoda cars battling for the lead. Cindy Sylvester in the 30 actually ran in the AARS early in her career. Unfortunately, it never worked out too much for her, and she's back in the series, back in the league in the ALNT series, and doing quite well. Sits 9th in the standings with 3 wins, most on the season for any driver, and she's looking to possibly get a 4th here at Saskatchewan. As we see Ricky Green in the 34 taking the lead away from Jordan Tipson. There's Landy Heath in the 22 following suit, and it looks like these 2 have cleared them. You see Alex Underwood's number 18 machine right there for Greg Sauer Racing has not had a good year at all. Sylvester gets turned on lap 26, and a couple cars involved in this one. Damian Miller and Jeff more trouble. Jeff Perry, Casper Bristow, and they just keep piling in. Albert Timmons in there. Greg Vlasik's 87 car, the 96 of Franco Gonzalez, and a wreck that shouldn't have been that big at all turns into about a 4 to 6 car wreck, and that takes a bunch of good cars out of the race, and that's unfortunate for them. As we see, Ricky Green gets a great jump on the restart. Ricky Green with 6 poles on the season, no wins, and he actually has to come in because under that yellow speeding violation for the number 34 Renessy Racing Ford, he is done, at least for right now. And that number 34, he'll sit a lap and will be scored back in the 28th position. As we see Alex Underwood, we were just talking about him in the 18, has not had a good season really at all for GSR standards, as you see 4 wide behind him for second. But Alex Underwood trying to make a good impression this last race. He's going up to the AAPT, but we're not really sure how he's going to perform there. He hasn't performed too well in this Logitech series. And Aaron Parker is your new leader. Valine Click looking to possibly steal the championship away, as she's going for first on Michael Craig. See the 22 not too far behind, but if Click can just stay out in front, lead the most laps, and win the race, she can't really control what the 22 does, and she's just going to have to do just that, as she's looking for the championship. She's going to need to do that and not worry about the 22. She really does, or the 22 really does hold his own fate, and if he can just keep the car where it is right now, he'll for sure get the championship. And you see him battling for third right there. Here's Valine Click going back under Aaron Parker in the 16. Click and Parker now catching up on the lap traffic. Probably not a good idea in Young Kim to go right in front of the leaders. And Ken Morgan actually does a decent job of staying out of the way. But this is going to allow Click to get a giant lead in Young Kim with a very dumb move. As we see lap 49, Ken Morgan has gone around his daily caution and collects Jason Carter, and I believe Frederick Cloyd got involved. Here's Jason Carter in the 46, brother to Michael Carter in the AARS, as we see Cloyd, who ran a couple of AARS races back in the 2009 season, get involved as well. But on the restart, it'd be Jordan Tipson in the lead. Ken Morgan very slow on the restart. We're 5 wide right there, as we see Michael Craig gets turned to the outside wall by Valine Click, goes around, collects Click into Gayla Lemon, and it looks like a couple other cars get involved as well. I believe I saw the 0 get involved, the 92 of Tyrone Lamar, and Frederick Cloyd get into another wreck. Damian Miller might have got a piece of that as well in the 36. But on the restart, after pit stop, Steven Cortez would be your leader, and he would lead the field down to the green. Like I said, very shallow equipment budget for the 24 team. The 18 pretty much gets all the Tier 1 equipment for the GSR team, but Steven Cortez is doing an admirable job with his equipment in that 24 car, trying to win his first career race. As we see, Aaron Parker eventually took the lead, and then London Franklin in the 45 is looking for the lead. Franklin's had a very good season and has fallen short a couple of times, particularly at Bowman Gray, as we see more battles for the lead. And so this track just should provide a great show for the rest of the series, as well as just providing a very good race for the ALNT series. And we continue to watch Aaron Parker work on Luke Lanigan in the 02 car. But a lot of lead changes, a lot of good racing, and we're seeing some fantastic racing this weekend, and we're going to continue seeing some with the 2 other series that need to run their finales here at the Saskatchewan stadiums. We see Steven Cortez continuing to work on Aaron Parker in the 16. But the 82, Rachel Gardner, decides she wants the lead for the first time in quite a while. Rachel Gardner to the lead. Frederick Cloyd's teammates, they catch up on Ken Morgan in the 59 car, and Frederick Cloyd in the 24 gets spun. He gets it corrected though, and he will be all right. No yellow would fly, as we see Landy Heath in the 22 take the lead away and work on some more lap traffic. Very slow lap traffic. You see the 2 HWW Motorsports cars get past the 2 pink cars. Lap 71, big trouble, as we see a huge pileup caused by Frank Day, who now goes barrel rolling down the front straightaway. Frank Day barrel rolling in Vincent's Toyota. 9 barrel rolls, lands on all 4s, and a massive pileup on the front straightaway created by just catching up on lap traffic. Frederick Cloyd was the first one turned. Casper Bristow in the 41 involved Vlasics in his 3rd wreck of the day. Nicholas Marchenkov in the 9, and we have more cars involved, obviously. As you see the 92 of Tyrone Lamar, 69 of Jace Roy, the 67 of Robert Biggs got involved as well. As we take a look at this one in slow motion, just really nowhere to go for any of these guys. And right there you see the 59 hit the 41. The 41 spins up into Frank Day, and that will flip over that gray number 01 car as he goes for a wild 9 rolls on the front straightaway at the Saskatchewan Stadium. And you see those cars in the back. No brakes at all, pile into the wreck. Great job, guys. And it's Abraham Harrison in the 74, Griffin Sharp in the 95, and there's Robert Biggs probably going to pile into the wreck in the 67 Ford, and he actually does a good job of not, wow. But the 22 is your leader with just under 15 laps to go on the restart. There's the 82, Rachel Gardner, and second has a little bit of back damage from pit stops, I believe. But they would head down into turn number 1, the 22 with a solid lead over the 82. The 82 really just can't do anything, and looks like down the back straightaway our point leader will continue to hold the lead. Ricky Green, who had that pit penalty earlier in the race, has worked his way up to second, looking for that first career win. He's faced quite a bit of adversity this season, and he's worked his way up into the top 5. A very great run by Ricky Green in the 34, and you see the 18 car catching up on Chip McGee. The 22 gets into the 04 a little bit, but nothing would come out of it there, as we see the battle for the lead continuing to rage on, as the 02 car goes to the lead underneath Alex Underwood, and the 18 Ricky Green following suit in the 34. And what a run this would be if the 34 can get in victory lane after that pit penalty, and he is going to go straight to the lead underneath the 02 car on the final lap. And here he comes down the back straightaway, Ricky Green. Lap traffic up ahead, that's Albert Timmons in the 31. And if he can just clear him perfectly, Ricky Green will come across the line and win. Off turn number 4, Ricky Green gets his first career ALNT victory. He wins the Finale 100 at the Saskatchewan Stadium. Landy Heath finishing second is your champion in 2014. And what a great run by Landy Heath. Very consistent all season. He is your champion in the 2014 season. We'll see you in 2015.